It is getting a lot like Christmas if you have the fireplace lit and maybe chestnuts warming on an open fire. Uh, this is sounding all too familiar. Wait, could this be a lead-up video for Christmas? Let's find out. We've got the Christmas tree, we've got a French horn underneath the tree, and we've even got the Timbits Christmas tree ornament from the Tim Hortons coffee chain in North America. So we're all feeling at home. I'm Marshall Shaw with more music creation ideas to help celebrate the arts in you. In this video, I will be presenting 3 unique music samples that are disguised by a form of original Christmas music in a drapery of similar chords and motifs. My goal? To employ a cloak and dagger approach in arranging the well-known seasonal music with a counter melody that stands on its own. It stands as if it's the melody. Then later reveal the actual Christmas piece within the arrangement as a duet of themes. As a music problem-solving challenge, it encourages a good look at harmony, chord progression, melody shaping, not simply chord-based melody writing, but also the structure of the overall work. It also stimulates motif hunting for unusual fragments or short musical phrases. Finally, it provides new material for the world of listeners who want something new but still value the charm and the warmth of music from their past. As a simple way to start, this is by finding suitable music material that lends itself well to a counter melody using the same chords as the original. I scanned the internet for the most popular Christmas carols and chose from that. After this, there are 2 options. Find an existing arrangement and borrow the chords, or write your version into staff pad. If you have a piano arrangement, you can scan it with the free version of Play Score 2 by Organum Limited, linked in the description. This valuable app's free version is very generous in what it offers. Now is the time to use it. Take the parts you need and save time in your arrangement of the original carol. In setting up each piece, I entered the original carol and made sure the chords and melody were exactly the way I preferred. Step 2, I added another instrument track above the melody to write my counter melody. I could easily see the accompaniment, the chords, and melody contour of the original theme. From here, I muted the original melody. I listened to the accompaniment to see if my inner composer suggested parts of my new melody. I usually sing, play, or hear it from within unless it is too noisy where I am. I usually don't have the support of a keyboard during my workday. Over time, the other melody is born. Melodically, I try to write in contrary motion and in thirds and sixths where possible, depending on the sound I want. If I want a more modern contemporary sound, I look closely at the chord structure for the addition of sevenths, ninths, 11ths, and 13ths. Lately, I've been exploring the form of music creation called pandiatonicism, introduced to me by one of my students. Fascinating stuff. I highly recommend you check it out on Wikipedia. Once the 2 melodies are complete, I arrange an introduction, the main counter melody, a short bridge passage, the counter melody, and a main Christmas carol together, followed by the ending. This is a sketch format for this YouTube video. See how long it takes you to identify the original carol and leave a comment to tell me if you don't mind. I'm so curious if my counter melody or accompaniment gave away any hints. How successful was I in keeping the secret Christmas piece from you until the second section? Let's hear our first piece. The first piece, a conversation inspired first snowfall with fellow staff pad user and outstanding media composer David Cassina. He posted a photo about 2 weeks earlier of the first snowfall. I suggested he write a piece to describe it. Well, I did too, so here it is. You will hear my first use of Cinnawin's flute solo purchased recently. Also, unusual but beautifully played is the Berlin E-flat clarinet in its smooth and dynamic high upper register. The German cellist of 1960 from the Antique Keys keyboard collection adds to the seasonal charm of this piece. I hope you enjoy it. In the second piece entitled Gentle Christmas, the quirky piece moves between a pulse of 2 to 3 using the 6/8 time signature. If you haven't experienced shifting beat patterns within time signatures, I highly recommend this. 6/8 can be grouped in threes or twos. In this piece, I place a set of 3/4 notes in the space of 4/8 notes for a rhythmic quirkiness. Furthermore, I use the Voxos epic virtual choirs and soloists later in the piece to represent the main carol. In this case, a boy soloist. Harmonically, the only thing I would mention is that the work is in F major, but C minor or F7 and E flat is hinted at throughout to give it a modal sound. You will hear this in the first bar, then a sprinkling throughout. I hope you enjoy it. In the third and final piece, entitled Faint Light, is a more stoic and somber piece of hopeful music, a glimmer of light against the darkness of winter. A solo soprano represents this pain against a backdrop of a strummed nylon string guitar and the Berlin strings. One lone Berlin French horn adds to the string timbre in its lower register. Then later, in octaves, in the performance of the counter melody with the carol. The solo first chair violin and Berlin E-flat clarinet embellish this arrangement. One oddity is the effective use of the crystal bowl rim feature from the Staff Pad Ambience 2 library. Thank you, as usual, for your constant support and helpful comments. The Staff Pad Winter Music Challenge is just around the corner, due on the 20th of December. I will be presenting the works of 10 or more talented composers from around the world. This special festive season video will be on YouTube, this channel, before Christmas. I know you will enjoy a fresh set of new compositions or arrangements of festive music from around the world this upcoming Christmas season. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Christmas season is a perfect time to arrange seasonal music for a variety of purposes. I encourage you to start with a favorite carol. Use the app Play Score 2 to scan and acquire the score of public domain carols and arrange a new version to share. Scanning technology has advanced over the past 5 years to near perfection with a high-quality original photo with proper lighting. Use this time to try this app for free. I will be demonstrating it again in the next video with lesser-known carols. Please take a moment to subscribe to support my efforts to share music creation ideas regularly. Also, most video compositions created here are on SoundCloud. Keep making music and celebrate the arts in you. See you soon in the next video, and take care.